Hey everybody, it's me, Scott Williamson, host of Cinema Apocalypse, Cutting Room Floor. I want to apologize. I know, man, here once again, we're going to start the show with apology. That's right, because once again, I went forever without doing a show. And it's not my fault. There's always stuff going on. You people know how it is. And the second thing I want to apologize for is all my loyal viewers that have been watching this on cable access, because I've gotten so many YouTube hits and crap, and people are always like, you got to do this movie, you got to do this movie, I want to see this movie. And unfortunately, I don't know where all of my old shows are, so now I may be duplicating a couple shows, but I promise when I redo them, they're going to be funnier than the old way that I used to do it. At least I hope that it is. Back in the days when I was doing it in my cramped little uptown studio apartment, you know, back when I had hair and I used to get laid and stuff, it was awesome back then. But I just, you know, I didn't have this thing down yet. Not that I've had a good show. This is show number 95, for God's sakes. And I don't know if I've had one full good one yet, but I'm going to try for it tonight. So anyway, we got clips. That's all you care about anyway. Roll it. When you think Shaw Brothers, of course, the first thing you think of is like Five Deadly Venoms and all that kind of stuff. You think like chopsocky kung fu movies, right? That's what I think of anyway, right? Then you think like cool old school horror movies like Black Magic 2, Seeding of a Ghost, all that good stuff, you know, with all kind of gory stuff and like bolts shooting out of people's hands and stuff like that I love so much. But then, of course, there were like the really sleazy, like, you know, crime type movies that they used to do. And that's what this one is. This is Kiss of Death. And this is the movie that Tarantino basically ripped off, or Kill Bill. I know, shock, oh shock, Tarantino ripped off a movie, stole an idea from some movie you never heard of, made it, and then said, oh, I never knew about that. And this one, I actually can't even rip on him too bad, because first off, Kill Bill is a better movie than this. I was a little disappointed because Ho Meng directed this, same guy that directed Black Magic 2, two of my all-time favorite, like, you know, just dumb 70s Hong Kong horror movies. They're awesome, but the special effects are terrible. You know, you've seen them, so you know what I'm talking about. But this one, you got the typical like 70s rape for revenge flick. This woman gets attacked by like 5 guys, and they have sex with her, and then not only does she have to deal with that, but she also has to deal with the fact that she gets this weird like strain of VD from them, and it's called Vietnam Rose. And every time they say it, it's like this is like the classic VD scare film of all time, because every, you know, she like every time she has to tell somebody about this, she's like, yeah, I've got this VD flick, or I've got this VD disease, Vietnam Rose. Then all of a sudden it goes, and there's this really annoying noise, and you wait for like the screen to start flashing red or something, like the old horror horn thing, you know, because every time she says, like, she goes to the doctor's like, my God, you know what you have? Vietnam Rose, and it just says it like, and it echoes, and you know it's got to be really bad, because there's one point in time when she goes in the bathroom and she squats over and she shines a mirror up there and looks at her vagina with it in the mirror, and guess what? All of a sudden she drops the mirror and it cracks because it's so ugly looking. But she goes and gets her attackers, and luckily they're like the weaselly looking guys or the skinhead looking guys. And the best part about this movie, I swear to God, I'm used to like Asian movies ripping off American music. They do it all the time. I've heard, like, you know, Twilight Zone soundtrack. I've heard any classic rock movie. Well, this one has 3 of them. First off, it starts off with frickin' they walk into this bar, or she walks into this bar, and it's a Chinese band playing Chicago 25 or 624. Bow now 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 now. Bow now 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 now. And I'm like, hey, it's Chicago, kick ass. And then not really, because Chicago sucks. But then later on, frickin' bow now 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 now. Red and Black by Blue Oyster Cult comes on. It took me forever to try to remember what the damn song was. Ted and I sat up all night. We're like, man, what song is that? We know the song kicks ass. That was Deep Purple, but it was a Blue Oyster Cult, Red and Black. And then they frickin' steal the electric prunes during this graveyard attack scene. Movie, not so good. Sorry, there's boobs, there's blood, there's killing. All the stuff that you expect. There's like some okay kung fu movies, and there's a hot chick in like white tight shorts, and you get this evil doctor who like got this like skinny molester pencil mustache, you know, and he's like, I could cure your Vietnam Rose with penetration technique. They never explain what that is, and I want to know what doctor's gonna stick his dick in Vietnam Rose. But anyway, he would have done it, but she ran out before it could happen. You can miss this one. Shaw Brothers, not as good. You just go buy 5 Venoms. You know what you want to. And watch Kill Bill again, because for once, I'm going to actually give Tarantino a little credit, because it's way better than this movie.